Hi Aries, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective August reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements where you are likely to find a message in there. Now, apologies for any background noise today. It is summer holidays and my son is currently playing Roblox, so he gets very loud sometimes. So my apologies if you hear him shouting. Right, okay, let's get into this. Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for Aries for what is coming up in August? Okie dokie. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Winter. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make decisions later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. So it feels very much like I mean, you could very well be going on vacation. Here in the UK, it is summer and we are very much in holiday season. So maybe you're going on vacation, maybe you're based in the UK. I don't know if it's holiday season where you are, if you're not, but you could very much be going on vacation. It could very well be that you are taking time out, possibly doing some sort of, like maybe going on a retreat, maybe just spending time in some nature, maybe you're going camping or fishing, um, just doing some healing as well. It could even be if you're physically sick, you could even be doing a stint in hospital and actually doing some serious recovery there too throughout the month of August. I don't feel it is because I don't really have much else in it. Well, I suppose maybe with a chariot, but I don't feel like it's physical illness. But we'll see how the reading goes on. Anyway, so Princess of some of them. So a new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a passionate friend you can share concerns with. So it does feel like there is something new and exciting at the beginning of the month. Um, Possibly you are meeting someone new. It could be a new experience that you're doing. Now it could be that you are well, whatever this spiritual retreat is or this holiday, it could give you a good experience and give you that, a lot of emotions and how to put it, it could be just like a holiday that you're really enjoying. Maybe you're on it at the beginning of the month and it gives you that sense of rejuvenation and excitement that you haven't had for a while. Let's get clarity on this Princess of Summer. So I feel like I mean, it could be anything really. We've got a Knight of Cups here. So if it is a person, it is somebody that is coming in very fast with a romantic proposal. Somebody that's very flirty as well, very romantic. If it's not, it could just be that you've actually gone somewhere to experience this. So again, maybe you've gone on holiday. I mean, on this particular card, we've got, some water and some mountains. So maybe that you've gone to a lake potentially. Um, Yeah, and it feels very much like you might be traveling somewhere to get that fulfillment. Now, I do have a Seven of Wands, which it feels like you might be going to get away from things. The Seven of Wands, when it's in the upright, is very much about standing your ground, potentially going through a lot of battles, but in the reverse, it's you walking away from those battles. Um, it can very much be you being a little bit like you're lacking courage kind of thing or backing down from fights. But I feel in this instance, it's more of you need to get away from things to rejuvenate yourself. Now, it could be that if this is a person, there might be a lot of competition. It could even be that it's a little bit in your head and you just don't know whether or not you want to go towards this at all. I do have a King of Cups in the reverse. So potentially there are some repressed feelings here, something that you're not necessarily sharing. It could just be that you've become that overwhelmed, and you're that overly emotional on things that you've needed to get away. And that could be very much while you're going on some sort of retreat because you need to, reground yourself, get rid of any anxiousness by rejuvenating yourself, having that bit of um, calm, relaxation. kind of thing. And it does feel like it could be very much one or the other there. Now, in your challenge position, I've got the Chariot. So, success that comes from dedication and self discipline, celebrating accomplishment, being in the spotlight. So, the Chariot is very much a card of movement. So, I do feel it's more about the moving forward of something or going somewhere that could be a bit of a challenge itself. Maybe you're actually looking at moving somewhere new. Um, because I don't know, maybe you visited somewhere and it made you feel that light-hearted and joyous that maybe you feel the need to move towards it and you can't. Maybe that's a bit of a challenge. Maybe there's something to do with travel that could be a bit of a nightmare. Maybe you've gone on holiday and there could be some sort of travel restriction that's then causing you some problems. It could be if this is a person coming towards you that you just might not have enough confidence and you're battling your heart and your head because that Chariot is all about being fully aligned and moving forward. It's like on this particular one, you've got the two little fireflies. One's the heart, one's the head, kind of thing, and they both need to be going in the same direction in order for it to be pulled forwards. Because that particular Chariot, it could go left, right, up, down, backwards. Who knows? Right, let's get clarity on this Chariot. Excuse me. Okie dokie. So, the first card that came out, we've got a King of Swords in the reverse. First thing this particular King of Swords in the reverse is shouting at me is there could be some potential blockages with communication. It could very well be that you're not very good at communicating. They might not be very good at communicating. It could be that, but if there's some really nice intentions coming through from this Knight of Cups, that you might have misunderstood the intentions, possibly twisted them slightly, and misunderstood what was going on. It could be very much that you feel like they haven't got great intentions and that they're just lying to you. It does feel very much like you're not 100% sure on what to believe. Now, if it is something more about you being in sort of time to recharge, then I feel like that's more because you've got this particular King of Swords in your energy. When he's in the reverse, he can be very oppressive, and he can be a bit of a dictator, quite controlling, and he's very mean with his words as well. Um, but yeah, so you might have somebody like that in your energy. It can potentially be a boss figure, somebody that might be in a bit more of an authoritative role. So, maybe they're in like a legal profession, police, army, armed forces, like something with a bit of authority behind it. And it could be that they're quite controlling, so you don't necessarily know. Maybe they're in the background trying to pull some strings, keep you bound a little bit. Now, I do have the devil here too, which is very much feeling like you are bound in a particular situation. Now, there could be some materialization here, there could be some addictions going on. It could be that you might be addicted to a particularly toxic pattern. I don't feel like it is, um, because the King of Swords, yes, he can be a bit oppressive, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a pattern. It could just mean that you might be a little bit stuck. Maybe you don't know how to get away from that particular person. It, as weird as it sounds, it could be. I mean, that King of Swords could very well be. Maybe you're in a very strict family where certain things are expected of you. Maybe you're expected to live in the same particular area. Maybe you're expected to go on holiday in the same places all the time. Maybe you are expected to have relationships with certain religions, certain people, etc. And it could be that you feel like you're stuck and you're bound because of all those constrictions and everything around you. I do have the Ten of Cups here as well, which very much feels like it's like you're looking at, you want to keep your family happy. Potentially there's marriage involved here as well. So it could be that you might already be in a relationship, even if it's particularly toxic one. It could very well be that you're just trying to keep your family happy, and you're stuck on whether or not to move forward with this. Now, it could very well be, so where I was saying about you potentially taking a stint in hospital, maybe you are taking a stint in hospital, maybe you've gone into something where you're finding a lot of joy within yourself. Um, and it could be that you might be feeling a little bit oppressed and a little bit like you're being ruled while you're in there. And it could be that you're in there trying to get over addictions. Because that devil, like I say, it is very much addictions as well, and it's being bound to something that is a bit toxic. And obviously, certain addictions can very well be toxic. So maybe, I mean, this can very well be a little trip in rehab. It could be that you're in an actual hospital and you're bound to a hospital bed by drips and, IVs and whatever else could be going on. But it feels like there could be a lot of family influences behind this as well, and it could be very much where you might want to move out, and leave. You need to stay there to make sure that everybody's happy, because it could be a case of you might not want to be there, um, but you might be having to do it for your family. Maybe you've got kids and you're thinking, actually, I need to do this now. I need to get healthy. I need to whatever, make sure that my kids are okay. Now, in your outcome, we have this Princess of Winter. So, information that can help you, which may be, but also may be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. This suggests to me that at the end of the month, you are going to be getting a message. So, when you get through this challenge, you are going to be receiving some sort of message here. It is a very, how do I put it? It's a message that is going to be potentially a bit blunt. It's not something that's coming with frilly words like a Knight of Cups. It's not something that's coming with a lot of passion like a Knight of Wands. It's very much, it's polite, don't get me wrong. It can be, it's more like it's kind, but it can be, sometimes it can be called to be kind. It's very much feeling like it could be a message that you might not want to hear, but it's something you need to hear. Okay. So we've got a Queen of Wands here, and it could be the Queen of Wands that you're hearing about, whether this is you, whether it's them, something to do with energy, feeling like there's a lack of energy in something that could be a reason. It might be that you're out of energy and you're being given the reason why there's a lack of energy here. It could also just be something that's going to cause you to be a bit self-conscious. Now, I do also have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So this news that you're going to hear, it is going to be a little bit impulsive. So it potentially could be something that might needed to have been kept from you a little bit longer. It could just be a spur of the moment kind of drop of the hat information, but it's something you need to hear anyway. And it feels like it's delivered in a little bit of haste too. It does feel very much like you need to know it and you need to know it now. Um, and that's possibly why it feels like it's like a message bomb. Not But yeah, it's just like somebody's just dropping it out of the hat, kind of. And then I've got this Page of Wands. But so it feels to me like whatever this message is that is being delivered to you, it is going to change you from being self-conscious to having some confidence. And it's going to allow you to move forward. Page of Wands is very much that card. He does move. He's going on a journey. He's going on a bit of an adventure. So I feel like where you've been stuck here, that once you've got through that whatever this truth is that this Princess of Winter is bringing to you. Now, I say princess, gender's fluid within tarot, so it could very well be a masculine. Take it as it resonates. It's just energies, personality traits, etc. But I feel like you're going to have confidence to move forward because of this message that is coming forward to you. I feel like you might have been very self-conscious, very unconfident, possibly lacking a bit of energy at the before you hear the message. And then once it's come out and it's been given to you, that's it. You've got no fear anymore. You're very much just driving forward. You're going to do it or going to do whatever you need to, and you're just going to move forward in something. Now, it could be something with this Knight of Cups. Maybe you're going into a relationship. Maybe you're physically moving. I'm not sure. It could even be that, the whatever healing you could have done, you could have completed it. But it does feel very much like an ending, not so much an ending, but an ending to being self-conscious, to being stuck. All right, let's get you some oracle cards. See what other messages Spirit would like to bring in with us. Bring in an oracle card, please, Spirit. Clear limiting beliefs. So you might be very much sitting on things, thinking that things are never going to get better for you. You could be very much, again, it's that self-doubt, having that self-conscious belief that you might not be good enough for something. And it's telling you that you are. Have confidence. And I've got the shooting star, wishes, hope, fleeting opportunities. So it does feel like whatever this wish is, whatever this hope is, the opportunity might be fleeting. So you need to make sure you grab it when you do, when it comes around. And I've got the stone circle, sacred space, ancient wisdom, and grounding. So make sure that you're grounded so that you can feel your intuition, because your intuition is going to be something that you need to be listening to. And I've got the rising sun, symbolizing beginnings, new beginnings, and hope. And there's definitely going to be some new beginning here for you at the end after you hear this message. And I've got the sacred mandala, so unity, completeness, and focus. So there's a lot of focus, and you are going to be feeling, I feel like you're going to be feeling very complete at the end of this. Okay, let's get you a spirit animal oracle. So you've got Loon, intuitive, Ladybug, good luck, and Swan, grace. So Loon, then listen to the song of your soul, trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you're loved. So, very much taking some time out, listening to your intuition. It's fine to take some time on your own if you need to, so that you can recharge and rest. So, the ladybug, then, you are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being loved. Being a loving and colourful you. You bless life. You bless the world with colour and good luck. Crikey, can't even talk now. And then Swan, grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Aries. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. To those of you that have subscribed already, thank you very much for your subscription. It helps pass the message on and helps to make the channel grow. So thank you for all of your support. Good luck and thank you very much for joining me.